pretty much take care of all things electric here. Everything from the audio video website, and it's pretty much summed it up. In a roundabout way, yes. About 4 years ago, I started reading a book, Mindfulness for Beginners by Jon Kabat-Zinn. Had no idea it was going to pertain to Buddhism at all. And about the first chapter or so, I just kind of realized that I've been living life somewhat wrong, and just kind of dove further and further into Buddhism. And about 6 months after that, I found MABA and started coming here regularly. It's actually helped out a significant amount in my job, which tends to be high pressure, need to get things done fast. Because normally when I am having to do my job, it's because there's an emergency that has brought me to do it. I do IT for a living, and sometimes it's a little bit difficult to figure out exactly where the problem is in a timely manner. Buddhism has actually brought me more into the present moment as opposed to just trying to rush through things. I found that Buddhism has made me slow down and appreciate things more in general, as well as just slowing down in general towards my job, and actually my wife even. So she's noticed a big significant change in me as well. Actually, yes, when I started reading Mindfulness for Beginners by Jon Kabat-Zinn, I brought it to my boss's attention because he tends to go through the same emotional things that I used to, I went through, short-temperedness and things of that nature, and brought it to his attention. I was like, it's a little on the Buddhist side, and he's like, oh, I love Buddhism. And he starts sending me YouTube videos to Ajahn Brahm and the Western Australian Buddhist Association. Started sending me a lot of the Dharma talks from there. Mm-hmm. And I had no idea at the time. And he's come out here a couple times, been to a retreat, but he's seen a massive difference in just my overall demeanor, and has taken a more conscious effort towards meditating at his house, and taking more time to practice Buddhism as much as he can, just because of the external appearance that I've changed to be. It's 50-50. I do have one friend who he identifies as being one of those internet trolls that like to stir up trouble anyways. So for him, I think it's more of as a focal point to try to push buttons. But I think it's kind of backfired on him, because Buddhism has really changed my outlook on those things. I don't let those things bother me, which in turn bothers him more. So just because he can't get a rise out of me. But yeah, I think, to be 100% honest, though, Buddhism has brought more friends into my life. Yeah. And even if anything, it separated the negative friends and brought in more positive influences. And it's, as you said, I had no idea Buddhism in America really was as strong as it is. When I started reading the book, and I just Googled Buddhist monasteries to see what was around and see if I can go visit, I had no idea that I was going to find MABA. The hardest thing to convince people of is the religious aspect of it, whether it is or isn't, in the mindset that people think the Buddha was a god, and emphasizing that he never once declared himself to be a god, nor does he wish to be worshipped as such. He comes, like my one friend, comes from a very strong Catholic family, and I didn't tell him that there are Catholics that come to the monastery. There are Catholics, there are Jewish, there's Hindu. Everybody's allowed to practice Buddhism as it's more of a philosophy and a practice for way of life. Consider it the gym for your brain, if you will. But as you said, people have a very strong mindset towards things, and some people just don't want to listen to that. And there's a lot of people that have already made up their mind that it's a religion. If it's not their religion, it's the wrong religion. But they're entitled to that. I do. It helps people explore themselves spiritually, but it doesn't emphasize it into Buddhism. I mean, it helps with the mindfulness of just overall well-being. And yeah, it does not ever once feel like they're trying to push it as a religion. I've never felt that way since the day I came in here. Yeah, in my early readings, I would have told you that Buddhism is a religion, but since I've been here, obviously I've realized that it's not. What isn't my struggle? Yeah, there's a lot of personal struggles that I go through, and it's my temper has always been a struggle, and I think that was the biggest change that my wife has seen in me. Outside of my, just directly related to my personal life, was once I started practicing Buddhism, got into meditation, how I went from, I guess you'd call it a light switch, like I could be happy and then all of a sudden something would trigger me and I would be upset, to more of a constant mellow. All things are impermanent. Do not get attached to what you can or cannot change. Just accept things for what they are. I'm going to quote Kung Fu Panda.
We all do, actually.
So yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, right now is a gift, and that is why it's called the present. You can't worry about what was, you can't worry about what is. Appreciate what we have right now.
Well, Cory, thank you very much for sharing with us this gift.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'll see you in the open house.